live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some music going. Sorry if I sound like I just died. Yeah, I'm kind of tired. Not gonna lie, the throat is a little sore, you know, so I have to take it nice and easy this fucking game. And when people request the pajamas right there, I'll put it on when there's demand for it. Alright, we are live. Let's go. Let's hit that channel and go. Oh man, this is loud. Oh, it was blowing my eardrums out left and right. Out of the yay. Alright. Wow. Oh. Accepto. Alright, well, now we gotta post. Hey, let's go. It automatically posts for me. I forgot to put a space in the title. I love it. And it's scuffed. And it's scruffed. On the dorsal. Come watch the Sleepy Sanctum. Woohoo! Hey, share chat moderation. You can time one out of banned users. I'm casting. Banned users from other channels can't chat. Deleting messages from other channels will only delete them in your channel. During the shared chat, you can see mod in any mod view. Okay, cool. Alright. I don't know what that means, but yo, what's up, gang? What's up, family lamb? The broskies are here. Alright. Sorry, I'm just a little bit dead inside. Don't mind me. Oh my god. Can I just go back to bed? No, we gotta be powerful. We gotta be strong. Gotta get ready to cast again. Oh. Whew. Man, I tell you, these bowls of fried rice are not good for my mental health. Oh, I'll be right back. Give me a second, guys. I need water. Tonight, we're busting out a new bag of chips for y'all. The Mesquite Barbecue. All these bags of chips can be gotten at the Super C, I think. Well, it was this week. It was 99 cents for every bag. So, it was Gucci Pamucci. It's all motherfucker. Sorry. I've got a bit of a potty mouth. But, yeah, big stream tonight. Woo! We got Hyperion versus Love Me. Alright, it's the time to put the pajama on. Thumbs up in the chat if you want the pajama. Thumbs up in the chat if you want the pajama. Da, 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 da. Not gonna lie, this music is so much easier to stay awake to than what we were listening to yesterday. That's crazy. Woo! Oh. Man, it always sucks having to stretch after getting out of bed. Like I said, we got about 3-ish minutes until the lobby's up and ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a second. Doing the high elo tech of checking my headphones battery level. We got about 60% Jugo juice. Hopefully, that's gonna be enough. Alright, so what are we up to? If you want the hoodie, thumbs up in the chat right now. Give me a thumbs up. I'm pretty sure, wait, do I even have a thumbs up emote? I don't know. Do whatever, use one of the follower emotes if you want, if you want it in the chat. If you want the hoodie. I can put the hoodie on, Oh my god. Okay, give me a second. Let me accept the customs invite first. Hola, still let me accept the customs invite. Alright. There we go. No spamming emotes. One emote is enough. Nice. Oh no, this is how I put it when I'm gonna be going to bed. You know, like when the game's boring, I can just do this, and I can cast in my sleep because like it's gonna be so boring if it's boring, you know. Spurly spam, no, mo chato. I don't know how to change that, by the way. Oh. A lot of spectators. That's a lot of spectators. Alright, we got a draft cam, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. I read all the leaguing tournament link. My Balshwara, hey, what do you want me to do? You won't see it anyways. Did I click on the right one? Alright, we're good to go. Okay, so for tonight's chat, I'd like to get one thing going. I know I can never get predictions, but who are we rooting on? Are we let's get some fan chants in the chat. Are we DME or are we voting for Hyperion or are we voting for Love Me? Let's at least get a chant going in the chat. You know, let's have some fun with it, ladies and gentlemen, you know? Alright. Looks like we are already ready to get into the draft, ladies and gentlemen. We got Pike Band away from, I believe, Spy. So if anyone can show me how to turn off emote spam, like the auto mod for emote spam, I really don't know how to turn it on in the first place. Alright, looks like we're banning Varus. Varus still a primo 80 carry. Arigato. Alright, we're banning Corki, we're banning Hui. Don't want to repeat those incidents. Ooh, okay, we're banning Talia and hey, Jesus Christ, how many 80 carries are gonna get hit off the board? Ooh, okay, love me with the Gwen first pick here for Zeus. Are we gonna see the new Chinese Gwen running Grasp? Okay, we get Warwick. Hey, yo! Alright, it's the Warwushki. Oh, it is Fearless tonight. Is it real Fearless? Jodas! 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 Is it real Fearless tonight or is it Cano special Fearless? Oh, Tristana liked it. Let's go. Well, okay. To be fair, yesterday we got the cast Saint Hubers, who digivolved into Saint Humbled. Cause his Tristana, oh boy, it was so bad. Ooh, the Jin here. Shoutouts to Jojo Flex from yesterday. Just fourth-shotting people in the brain, bro. Bap, bap, bap. Ooh, okay, Jin and Ralph, not the best combo that we've seen Jin be paired with, but definitely helpful versus the Tristanas, you know, I'm gonna jump on your face and fuck you up kind of ordeal, you know? Yeah, Tristana is DTF. I'm pretty sure 100% Tristana is DTF. With what she says? Just naturally? Yeah. Alright, oh shit, okay, we're pairing the Bash sisters together. Poppy, Tristana's best friend. Huh? Alright, we're banning Zinzao, we're banning Syndro, we're banning Maokai. Sorry if you can hear me typing. I have a clickety clackety smickety smackety keyboard. Okay, we're banning a lot of junglers from the side of Love Me, but I mean, there's a Poppy and a Warwick, so I'm kind of much confusado, you know, if you know what I mean, because where the hell are we putting the Poppy? Is it Poppy support? Are you okay? It's Poppy support. It looks like Poppy support. Okay, never mind. I'm probably just too stupid to realize. Jose fait quoi? Oh, yeah, the amount of 80 carry bans. Lulu going, why they banned me out? Alright, picking the fight. Okay, so Hyperion has the I want you to eat my shit team comp. Like, they will jump on you and kill you. And everyone is able to tower dive. Which is hilarious. Because I think we are going to see... Ooh, the Blind Galio to dissuade the picking of a mage. Do we know if it's Tristana AD carry? I mean, it could be. But, I mean, Tristana and the Galio is a really good matchup. And, what? Oh, it's Gwen Jungle? Okay. I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, because no one else in no other champ in this roster can jungle outside of Jhin, and you're not putting Urgot versus Tristana. So it's much confusado, but I guess Love Me have started cooking with the sickness. Are you down with the sickness? Alright. So to not leak the tournament code, I'm not gonna switch back the perspective until we get into the champion selection. So how we doing today, ladies and gentlemen? We just vibing, we just chilling, we excited for the game. How do we feel about this draft on our side? Personally, I'll be honest, if I had to give it a rating, I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10. Looks jank as all hell. But maybe Nate of the Jungle, maybe the king of the jungle himself, can convince me that we're gonna see some good stuff. It's like when they told me Sunes's Karma was going to like blow my ass cheeks wide open and like make Putin come out of it, bro. It didn't. It clearly didn't. It just survived in the Fury lane. I was looking forward to some like super exciting mid lane matchup with Son of Fury. And then I see an insta-lock Karma and I'm just like, oh. And then I cry inside. I want to see Zed versus Nafiri, Yon versus Nafiri, Yasuo versus Nafiri, Talon versus Nafiri. You know the what fighters. But no, we saw Karma go. That's all we saw all game. That's all I heard all game. That's why we have to play with game sounds, because it ruins my immersion. Alright, looks like we are officially in Champion Select, ladies and gentlemen. And so that means, woo! Alright, looks like Zect is the top laner for Hyperion. ZZZ. Okay, the bans are going quick. The picks also going quick too. What's... Oh. The commenting 20 out of 10. Ugh. All right. So, the only downside to this Love Me team I'm seeing is that sometimes we run into a bit where they don't have a lot of damage. Draft-wise, I think Hyperion has what? 100%. 100% I think Hyperion has just like straight up just run up and gone bam bam. You know, like they just Jhin 4-shotted the draft. On a curve of just excellency, I believe Hyperion has the better role champion per like lane per lane. Hyperion's got the much outside of maybe like the jungle and the AD carry position. Hyperion's just got a better team comp. But it's more YOLO Wild West, ready to throw shit at the wall, see what sticks, you know? So if things go sour, it's gonna be cray, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. We'll have to see if JoJo's Jin gets one-upped by Lolo's Jin. Because JoJo Flex's Jin from yesterday's stream, man was blowing out wildfires with his Jin. Bow, 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 bow. You know? That was some good stuff. Alright. Ba-da-ba-da, da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-bam. Ah. There we go. I think I fixed it. You can now spam emotes in my chat. Yo, Jodas, try it. Nightbot should be nice. Now, we got about 2 minutes before we get into the game. Yo, Jodas, I changed something on my Nightbot. Could you just throw a couple of emotes in the chat real quick? I get a few chips in. We apologize for the delay. Apparently, DME thinks that double smite is acceptable in League of Legends. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go back to chewing on some chips for a second. Oh. Alright. We gotta use the stupid tournament code. Ay. Man, I can't even eat my chips in peace. Say, look, Jojo, Jodas, look, I turned off excessive emotes, so now you can abuse emotes. So, spam some in the chat. Yeah. Hey, it works! Oh, sorry for the ASMR. Unless you guys want chip eating ASMR. Cause it wouldn't be a problem, you know. Alright, so that's just for you. I'll do one chip. Alright, you ready? Are you ready? Here comes the chip ASMR you've all been waiting for. Hopefully you enjoyed the chip ASMR. Alrighty. Well, that's enough shit ASMRing for now. But if you guys like it, we'll probably make it a redeem on the channel for X amount of minutes of ASMR loveliness. I don't know if I can do vocal accents while I'm doing the soft whispers thing into your ear, but I know I gotta get the pop filter that makes it like really. I don't know, man. I watched an Amaranth stream, the way she was doing it. How about that? Woohoo! But inshallah one day, you know. But I'm not a good billionaire. Or if I was, I'd probably still be casting. I'd just be in a fancy outfit. Alright, we've got ourselves a minute before we get into the game. We got our skin roulette, ladies and gentlemen, that you guys always love. And yeah, let's see what we get going. Ugh. Yo, j'ai eu des rabais au Super C. Je suis riche. Je peux m'acheter de la viande À bas prix pour Pâques. But anyways, getting ready to change that screen transition. You know what time it is. It's time for us to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen. As always. Oh, right. I gotta pause the... My dumbass gotta pause that. Alright, we got ourselves Pajama Guardian cosplay Ergot Kevin Quinn. Jesus Christ. Is everyone using skins? Is everyone using skins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, we've got a 10-man skin brawl. Let's fucking go. We're no longer brokies. Can I get a fuck yeah in the chat, boys? The first game where we've had 10 goddamn skins.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, here we go. Got ourselves 4 teleports, double barrier, lethal tempo versus fleet footwork. Oh, double aftershock. But will Turbo Bonobo's heal be able to out heal the ignite from Spy? I've seen Paradox play. This man is a menace. Can Sunez drown him in card advantage? We'll have to see. And that is a really nice chroma on the Gwungle. Wait. Let's see. Is it blonde Gwen? Oh, it's silver-haired Gwen. Okay, she's adorable. All right. Don't mind me liking blondes, okay? It's a good thing. Okay. So it looks like we got a ward clear. Ooh. The crashdown forced by Paradox. Mana advantage to DME Hyperion. Will this snowball Sunez in lane? Or will it snowball Spy and Olipoo? We'll have to find out. Never mind, the mana bars are basically back to full. So, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah. Let's get this game started. Warwick versus Urgot. Warwick's priority is that his short range melee traits really good for him. And he can run you down. And you gotta be a little bit careful. If Bonobo's looking to do trades, he's got to do them before Heroic Presence gets in, because he can't do the Heroic Presence dash like the mount up cock slap where you like backflip someone, and a crash down gets interrupted by Heroic Presence. So gotta be careful about that. Sigab is gonna have to keep an eye out for the Infinite Duress. Oh no, sorry, the Primal Howl, I believe is what it's called. The Warwick E. Ooh, Sunez is getting taken down to the back streets. Taking a lot of damage. This game is gonna be a lot closer than what we saw yesterday. Another double over deception, and Sunez might be forced out. The aftershock finishes proccing, and Gwen is spotted on vision. There was some really deep warding here. But we get a smackdown, and Spy here gets a little low. Lolo forced the barrier. Poppy is very low, but we don't have a crash down to abuse it. So Spy gotta be able to get away. Level 3 coming in for the bot lane first. Let's see if I can cast a little bit better like this. You guys let me know in the chat. Alright. So, Sunez has just come back, has not taken a recall yet to lane. He's looking to get a good recall, but the wave is in an awkward position for him. He's low on mana, his health is low. Now what will we do? Sigab is coming back in, looking for it. The Primal Howl, gonna proc, but Sigab with the Urgot E, able to get away. Olipoo really wants to push the Raven so he can take a recall. Spy, the only one who's taking a recall on the bot lane. Buttery Fillable bought a control ward to get that presence going. We got Warwick now with the recall. The Turtle Port coming in, but we're starting a fight. The crash on forced by Bonobo, and Olipoo just cheering for his teammate. Okay. Guango was the first jungler to back. Gets a blasting rod versus triple longsword. God damn, is that Rengar? That reminds me of a Rengar start. You guys remember 5 Dorn's Blade Jungle Machete Rengar? I remember 5 Dorn's Blade Jungle Machete Rengar. That shit was sexy. Alrighty. Spy gets a nice smash into the wall. Bonobo gonna be forced to remount, but doesn't have the crash down because of it. And Zekta is gonna play well outside of the range, but Olibu now getting an advantageous recall as Lolo and Bonobo were forced to clear the wave under the turret. Now teleport coming in from Ari. Sunez bought himself some boots and a ruby crystal. Don't know about that, Chief. But we've got a blasting wand and a glowing mode here. Drayden, yeah, looking to fight the king of the jungle, but Sunez is here. Zect and Paradox though are nearby, and we gotta be a little bit careful. It could be very dangerous. The Primal Howl is coming in, and that's gonna be first blood taken by the side of Hyperion. Beautiful play. Nice World Breaker into Sunez while he was charging up the Shield of the Ran. Did not have the momentum to flash away. Died before he could proc it. But Gab is playing defense here, trying to stall out. And Zect here has to sneak on through. And Olipu now going to be in danger. And yeah, now he's in danger. Ooh, that flash. Do we got a deadly flourish to finish this off? No, it looks like Olipu's going to be able to get away, but that's double summoners invested, and that's a lot. Though we do have priority on the grubs, ladies and gentlemen. That's kind of fucking crazy if you think about it. Alright, I put the mic here. Is it better? If anyone's listening. Alright. And now Paradox forcing the Spirit Rush, but Nate of the Jungle, another Vault Breaker, but Drayden is not level 6. We do not have the cease and desist, ladies and gentlemen, but that's going to be the triple grub start here for the side of Hyperion. Will Love me be able to recover? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Bonobo makes the roam mid, but roam's a little late. Gab still playing defense. Messi. Goal. But Zect is able to get through and get back to his lane. And now Olipu just gonna be content, farming the wave. It's Boots versus Pickaxe Dagger. Alright. Sigal has performed a recall and has gotten a cold and a refillable potion. Don't know how much it'll do, but Nate of the Jungle really wants this Cloud Dragon. We are sadly not going to get a Swift Rift, ladies and gentlemen. Are you sad? Give me a sad emoji in the chat, please, if you are. It's going to get close. We're starting to go near, but it is on vision. However, there is no enemy juggler nearby. Though, Vi about to hit that level 6 first. We'll see. That cease and desist, that first one is always very important. Can dictate the flow of the game. Already up 2-0 in kills. Does that mean the feats of warfare are going to be taken over? It's 1-to-1 in objectives, but the feed momentum sometimes can be pretty huge. Get the smash into the wall by Spy, and Bonobo looking. We've got the cease and desist. But Olipu not going to be able to find. Paradox, though, with the charm. Sunez might be in a little bit of danger. We've got... Okay, the curtain call is not going to be enough because we're going to get the Buster Shot away. And everyone's going to be able to get away. Sunez forced the flash, though. And Lulu is taking heavy fire. Drayden here now gets the Steel Red buff. That's pretty good. Gwen trying to catch up some XP here in the mid lane, but unfortunately for Gwennies, it's not looking fantastic. And that's gonna be... Oh. Ooh. That's Drayden taking the turret shot, getting pretty low, ladies and gentlemen, and we don't know if... One more auto attack would have done it. Look at that HP bar on Lolo. Perfectly using the Korean I walk away strategy
Now, Olipoo should be able to get at least a turret plate for his trouble. Gab seems to be having a lot of fun, up 30 CS on the Warwick, but Warwick has not picked the CS. Olipoo gets himself a turret plate, and is that going to be enough to secure an advantage? Let's look at the money, no me. Up about 300 gold. This Shistan is doing very well. About a few hundred gold lead, pretty much all over the place. The only one with an advantage here for us is Tsigab, because Tsigab has just been playing the I see a turret, I shoot a turret game. Probably going Black Cleaver first to be able to get through the Vi. The Vi is going Trinity Force, though. That is a very interesting choice. Drayden must know some Gucci Gang shit, because normally we just see Sundered into... Normally we just see the Sundered Black Cleaver kind of style build, but Triforce is really going to give Vi an extra pack-a-punch. That Vault Breaker into Wall Smash really going to start hurting. The next objective is about to spawn, so... Okay, we've got the tear from Underroots, but Gab is not gonna use it. The fear beyond depth. Now, Gab is a little bit low on HP. We have the infinite duress. Okay, get the flash. Get the infinite duress, and it's gonna be enough. And we're punching the shit out of Ergon, and that's gonna be the feats of warfare. Now Paradox is looking for an assassination attempt on Lulu, and he's gonna get it. The rotation, the shield of Durant's not gonna be enough, and it looks like we get Pryo on the grubs too. Bonobo and Nate of the Jungle are here, but where was Lulu? Lulu got abandoned. Why is Bonobo abandoning Lulu? It's a Fat Ori, ladies and gentlemen. You can't do this. You already know she's an assassin. You see the build. It's not a Rod of Ages. She can kill people. And now it looks like we're even getting a second objective, too. That's crazy. DME Hyperion are snowballing out of control. Already up 2.3 thousand gold at this point in the game. That's massive. Olipoo also fantastic at taking out the grubs. We're looking to push in the weight to try and get a turret play, but maybe it's not going to be able to happen. Tsigab rotating mid. But he doesn't have Boots, who's very slow. Here we are, now in this game state where pretty much everything's negative. Let's see, let's look at the money, no meats. Gab still holds a tiny bit of a lead, but now we're almost at a 1,500 plus gold lead in the mid, 500 top, 500 jungle. Things are not looking good for Love Me. Can we get some love emojis in the chat? I think you need to send them their energy, guys. They're running low. And the gas prices, they can't afford to refuel. They're running some premium vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. And Zach looking to take a pretty bad trade here. So yeah, once he gets that first item, really gets annoying. And reminder that when Gwen uses the E, she does get on-hit bonus damage. So that is why her her attack animations look like they change, because there's one for when the E is active and there's one for when the E is not active. Olipoo going with the Yuntal. We're looking for a fight on this dragon. It's a Chemtech dragon. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be the feats of strength. We're up 2-0. We have the warfare, and is it gonna be over? I don't see Gwen trying to contest. The charm's going to be dodged out of the way, and that's the feats of strength. That's huge. Okay, apparently we're reporting ping issues, but the game has not been paused yet. We'll see if it is indeed a matter. The fear beyond death, though. Tsigab winning the trade, sending the puppy to La Especia. Is that what we call the pound in French? I'm not too sure. I'm trying to include some French jokes for my French members in the audience. But Olipoo really starting to, nail the hammer down, and things are getting kind of crazy. Why am I getting spammed on Discord? Oh.
So as we get pushing in, looks like Ari's still gonna be going the. Is this still the Riftmaker style build? I don't think because we didn't go Roa first, I don't think it's worth building the Rod of Ages. But it still looks like we're getting some kind of bruisery build. Probably just the Leandries. Because you gotta get through the Urgot, the Gwen, the Rel. Ooh, okay. Zek not having much fun. Another Fear Beyond Death almost off cooldown. And, yeah, Olipool looks to be able to get the first turret. Maybe, okay, looks like we're just gonna give Urgot the first turret. But, we are gonna just kill, oh, the Fear Beyond Death combo with the Needlework. We've got the Current Call, and Lulu is just trying to clear the wave, but they understand that, and they're just gonna get in the way with Tristana. They take a turret, and now Six grubs the bomb. They're gonna be able to get 2 turrets out of that. Sorry guys for the ASMR. Apparently it was not received very well for the mic close while doing the casting or whatever, and we won't try it again until we get a pop filter. See if it makes a difference. Okay. But Tigab was able to put in some work though, in terms of getting close to the tier 2. Did about 30%. And looking at the money no me, it's up about 2,300 gold in his lane. However, the rest of the lanes are kind of suffering behind. There's like a 2,000 gold difference in the mid lane, about a 1,300 gold difference in the bot lane, and Tristana may be able to get yet another turret. No E available for Tristana, so that turret is gonna live. Okay, Zek though might be caught out, but there is... Okay, no, the Needlework was active. But Zek is pretty homeless right now. He's level 10, Sugap about to hit level 13. And that's going to be Oliku getting the dragon when, you know when your top laner is behind, when your AD carry is almost higher level than they are. And we're looking to get on Sunez, but Sunez is a pretty tanky person. Teleporting Sugap here for the defense. However, that's a 2-item Ari. The Needlework is coming out. However, we got a lot of damage. The Hero's Entrance here by Sunez is huge. That's a 2-man knockup, and that's a big kill. But Olipu trying to settle the score, gets into the jungle, but we trade the Poppy in exchange for that. And Lolo is getting the damage in. Drayden is going to go down to the Fear Beyond Death, gets pulled back in. Paradox is trying, and we get the teleport here from, we got the teleport in here from Warwick, but is it gonna be enough? No, that's a 4th shot to the skull, and Paradox is out of options, has the flash to try and get over, but that's gonna be in Bando Tatet, ladies and gentlemen, and that is how we do it over here at Love You Esports. Sorry, Love Esports. My bad, Love You is a team. So, Love Esports really showing that when we get kicked to the curb, we fight back. Roar! And that was a lot of money for the Jhin, who was behind about 1,300 gold, now only down about 300, has an item and a half, looking to get a lot of damage in, and thankful that he's going the armor pen item second. I don't like the collector first, but it kind of helps in these scenarios. But that is gonna be, we are on a Drift Rift, ladies and gentlemen. For the people that don't know what a Drift Rift is, every time you collect an Infernal Cinder, you got a little bit of a drift of movement speed. You know, kind of like when you accidentally slam the pedal a little bit too fast. Thank you, Apex TV, Fennec, and Petit Michantors. I don't know how to say that name. Someone can tell me in the chat how to say that name. But thank you all for the follows. Very, very appreciated.
Alright, Paradox here, looking to get to the lane, but Sigab gonna get the undertow. The Fear Beyond Death coming, forcing. Ooh, the flash into the wall. Unfortunately, that means that Sigab is not gonna be able to kill Secure here. But now, Lolo's basically caught up. Tristana almost had that 2-item spike. But, you know, once Jhin gets more than 1 item, he kind of becomes powerful. Drayden here, 2 items, the Trinity Force, so when he gets the Vault Breaker into auto, that's like a pretty powerful And now we get a Shield of the Rat onto Zect, but, alright, okay, very different Otacon spawn here, not enough violence in the early game. So now we get the Guardian Angel Otacon. Essentially, the team that gets it will get additional money every time they get a kill. But for the next 3 minutes, for the next 150 seconds, they'll basically be immune. That's Zek going in, and Lolo is just gonna be like, Bando Tatet, bro. Killing him, summoning the curtain call, just throwing it out. Lolo has to be scared of Drayden, because we're looking to get in, and Drayden, the Fear Beyond Death is gonna be wasted though, and Sigab is in a little bit of danger. Olipu here forced to rocket jump defensively, and now Paradox doing a lot of damage. Maybe we get something. We have 1 more charge on the Spirit Rush. We're charging up the Foxfire, but it's not gonna be enough. Spy was looking for a play, but it looks like the lead that Hyperion had has completely collapsed. Though in the jungle we're at a bit of deficit in the jungle, but Sigab is almost up 4,000 gold in the top lane. That's a little bit insane in the membrane, if you ask me. Hey, please grab the cinders. Yeah, grab the petals too. No, come on, Sigab, you got like 2 cinders and 1 more plant to go collect, please. My brother, no. Okay, let me turn the light on so you guys can see me, so I'm not doing a Nocturne cosplay. Wahoo! Bam! Now I'm doing the Kale cosplay. Alright, forced to crash down over the wall. Olipu taking a bit of damage because we're going anti-heal.
Quick as a fox.
Yeah, this Warwick blind pick, probably great into the Gwen, but into a champion like Urgot that can just ignore the Warwick pretty much the entire time, does get a little bit scary. There was a good gank early onto Sigab, but ever since then, Urgot's kind of just been chilling. Finished the call, got that extra GP sync. And now we're nearly, we're at basically the 4,000 plus mark. Getting another recall in. That should be a Spectre's Cowl here. No. Okay, my bad. I guess, did I misread? No, he just didn't buy anything. Alright. So Voracious is available. Infernal Soul Point will be available for Hyperion here very shortly. And maybe we get things going. Who knows? A reminder, if you're enjoying the show you're watching, please hit that follow button or go subscribe over on YouTube if you want to watch the VOD later. Helps the channel. Anyways, here, back to the team fight. Get the Shield of the Rat onto Spy. The crash down with the needlework. Spy forced the flash over the wall, and it's going to be enough. The current call has been summoned. Zect is in the radar. He's getting shot, and 1 more shot. It's going nowhere to Albuquerque. Paradox here, forced to invest the teleport, though. That's a huge cooldown. And Spy was taken so low that he had to recall. Drayden is level 13 though. We still have the Spirit. We still have the Ari Vi assassination attempt. And it looks like Warwick is just gonna get castrated at the pound. Snip, snip those balls off. Oh wait, I dropped the scissors and it cut your head off. Wham! Poor Warwick. 051 item. Everyone's almost on 3. That's kind of crazy. Okay, it's Gab here. Fighting Paradox. Okay, we're trying to get priority on the dragon, but Nada the jungle has already started it. Okay, we're just yeeting Lulu away. And that's going to be the assassination on Sigab. And now Nada the jungle might be in a bit of danger, but Olipu is taking a lot of damage. And that's going to be a double kill. However, Paradox has been sent to hell. In exchange, we get a 2. Zek just revived. He's dead again. The man's been dying in less than 5 seconds. Ooh, Drayden might be in a bit of trouble. Flipped over by Bonobo. Lulu does have a bullet in the chamber, and it's gonna be enough, but almost gonna take it. But Lulu here flashing aggressively to make sure Olipu goes down. And this Jhin is here to hold steady. Okay, Bonobo almost caught window shopping. Oh, Poppy made a mistake, and that's in balle dans ta tête. All right. You can thank my new expression from the loving people over at Delirious Hellhounds, or as I love to say, the Delulu Hellhounds. They taught me this very nice sentence. And it goes so well with Jhin, because, you know, he loads like, he only has 4 bullets, so when he does the 4th shot, it almost looks like he's going bing bang boom, I love that. He's like that one Marvel Dragon Fing Fang Foom, except it's bing bang boom. Alright. So we're now working towards the pen item IE worked on for Lulu. So we went IE second here on Tristana. We went going IE third. And now Nada the jungle here looking for a play. We're forcing the Spirit Rush. The Curtain Call is a huge cooldown to be used. Curtain Call plus Needlework. Those are 2 really big team fighting cooldowns. And the we got the cease and desist over the wall. Bonobo gonna be taken. If he dies, that might just be Otacon. Or that's Baron. But Sigab is getting a turret in exchange. Gonna be looking to push the inhib. And what else are we gonna trade? Yeah, looks like we're gonna be trading objectives for turrets. Always can be scary, but we got the quick recall. And that's gonna be enough to save the inhibitor, but that's an inhibitor turret going down. That's a lot of freestanding money here taken for the side of Love Me. And now we'll see. Yeah, Jhin has access to the IE when he recalls, because I believe it's like 1425 or something. 1325 or 1375. I got an extra 500 gold. So just looking forward to getting his 4th crit item. Could sell the Dorans to hit 90, but probably not interested in that. Sunez here gonna grab up his Seeker's Arm Guard, which is really big, but do note that Paradox, the main carry on the team, is at 3 items. We also have 75% crit chance here on the Tristana. And there's not much armor to go around here outside of Tigab. But Tigab hasn't been team fighting. He's been split pushing. So now it's a fight for Otacon because we have Infernal Soul in a minute. And if you thought Tristana did a lot of damage, wait till you see Tristana with Infernal Soul. The Curtain Call being summoned once again. And that's going to be a 700 gold turret bounty just picked up for free here. Olipu going to be able to dodge the Undertaking. And while Tigab is doing a lot of damage, Zek is going to be going down. Paradox here might be executed by the Gwen, but a nice flash over the wall, and we kill. We're putting in the damage, and Sigab is not going to be able to be killed by Paradox. He's not bleeding to death, able to grab the Honey Fruit. Lolo able to come in with the Hero Savior. Does Lolo have the movement speed? There's no flash available, but yeah, no, wrong choice of boots. If he had Swifties, I think Lolo could have had it. But that's gonna be Tsigab trying to push this inhibitor turrets, but realizing that Ari is just taking a quick recall. Olipu, unfortunately, getting annihilated almost instantly. But yeah, Zect has been struggling this game. But that's a Randu and Zoman now, so that means that the Tristana won't be able to hit the Urgot that hard. But Nobo and Lulu should be able to secure this dragon, stopping the soul. Zek might be in trouble again. Here it's gonna get Shattering Strike into Crash down the Fear Beyond Death, and he's gonna get dragged to La SPCA once again. Tsigab working overtime in the town of Three Rivers. And Paradox looking to get this turret. But we're trading the mid lane for maybe a Nexus turret. We gotta take a recall and quick. Paradox here gets caught window shopping by Nate. And that's gonna be the first Nexus turret just gone. Is Drayden able to... Oof. Yeah, Lulu just straight up won the 1v1. Didn't even need the barrier. But the bomb is gonna go explode. That means when Tristana revives, she's gonna have a false life. And now Zek might be able to put that to good use, but has to be careful. He's only 0-8 and he's down 2+ items in his lane. Yeah, we're almost at an 8,000 gold deficit for this Warwick. That's a little bit insane if you think about it. Rarely ever seen in competitive. But the gold is so close. But you can tell how scary that Tristana is. Lolo, thinking they were safe, had the barrier, but chose not to use it. The explosion was just too powerful. But now keep in mind, if you kill a member of the False Life crew, they will revive slowly, but you will gain 200 gold per kill. So it is, you have to be careful while taking a kill. It's not game ending if you kill someone with the False Life. But it does mean they can go for a lot more aggressive style plays. And that's 4 items on the Ari. This Rel is really tanky for someone who built what like 40 magic resist? Yeah, Rel only got 50 magic resist. And she did not take any damage from the combo. Tsigab here now might be in a bit of danger. And that's huge. One of the big members. That's a shutdown. And okay, well, we're giving Warwick some well-deserved money because I mean Ari's already like 4,000 gold ahead of the Galio. But Galio, as soon as realizing he needs some damage, Drayden gonna dodge the Shattering Spear with the Faker Wiggle, and now the Crash Down also coming down. Okay, Alipu gonna buffer the rocket jump to be able to get away. But it's a 4v5 for 30 seconds. Drayden does have the cease and desist. Looking to get over the wall, and Lulu is going to get a lot of damage in with that bullet. But that's another Baron on the table if they want it. Would be uncontested because the waves are in a bad state. We send Zect, who doesn't have teleport. We have to make up our mind. Drayden is taking a lot of damage. It looks... Oh, a really nice charm combo. And that's gonna be the team fight win for now here for the side. So the flash over the wall by Lulu, but Olipu has the reset. Looking to get in on Lulu, but oof, that's a lot of damage. And Drayden here, Tristana's gonna get in, but Urgot with the crab juice just goes wa-ta-ta-ta-ta! And that's a double kill, ladies and gentlemen. Tsigab holding the fort down for his team. Warwick doing what he can to get as much money as he possibly can, because the man's poorer than like Chinese people after the US tariffs. That shit's kind of crazy. Taking a recall, got another 1,000 gold. Hopefully, gonna get something closer to a Sterix Gauge, maybe. Yeah, looks like Sterix is the next thing in line here for this Warwick. But yeah, this Tristana really starting to hurt. Jhin, full build, now going for probably the Guardian Angel. But Ahri took so much damage from the flash fuck you in the face with a gun. That shit's just kind of crazy at the end of the day. This Jhin has, let's see, how much AD does Lulu have? Lulu has 703 AD with a single Infernal Dragon. Should they get this next one, that might be even bigger. So we're going to go to maximum amount of dragons, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Got it. Let's
Spy trying to play defense, but that's gonna be the Baron taken. We poppy hammer the Jhin away to cancel the curtain call, but that's another big objective taken. Ahri, I don't know what Ahri's looking to build. Probably just a Shadow Flame at this point to get a bit of true damage. But what I'm curious about is how much money Olipoo has left until Olipoo gets what, like a rapid fire cannon or something, or like a Phantom Dancer, whatever the last crit item she's getting, because that's gonna be really, really big. And you can just tell how impactful these engaged supports have been. 1-4-11, 1-4-15. Some of the highest KPs on their team. They're here to start the fight, and they're here to win them. But Sigab being so fed, thank God. Because if he wasn't as big as he was, I think Vi would have just killed him. Zek sent on wave clear duty, now has a Sterix Gauge. And we got about 1,500 gold in the bank. I think we're like 300 away from getting what we want here. The Poppy W gonna be huge. The Needlework plus the Fear Beyond Death gonna miss. And we're looking to get a flank here from Zekt. He's got the teleport, but Paradox is super low. Has the Baron though, so he can probably just get back really fast. However, that was a huge tempo loss here for the side of... that was a huge tempo loss for the side of Hyperion. Love you stabilizing with a beautiful play here from Lulu. Getting that damage onto Ahri. Really putting in that work. That bonus range from the electrified attack. Really getting stuff done. But you can tell that Jhin has struggles to kill this minion wave that's baroned up. If Olipoo gets a single... if he gets a single buster shot... Not buster shot. Exploding charge onto that that turret, it may as well be GG to that turret. Bonobo here forced to crash down. Zekt is crashing a Baron wave of his own. Another wave's coming in. Bot lane is fighting ferociously. The minions, you can tell that neither of them want to give up. And yeah, see, look, Paradox is able to do so much damage to the turret with Olipoo. It definitely helps. And now we're looking to break the base open. It just takes one good find. Bonobo, Spy. Who's gonna find it? Okay, we use the Needleworks. That's huge. But once again, we didn't really find anything with it. We're just denying resources at the level 18 on the Vi. Now probably has access to the GA on recall. We got Dragon in a minute. That's Shadow Flame finish for Ahri. Phantom Dancer finish. The AD carry is our full build. The Ahri is full build. Urgot is full build. Sells a Spear of Shoshin to get a Kainic Rookern because he has that much extra money. Called Sigab Jeff motherfucking Bezos because the man just nagged a few $1,000s and he laughed. Jungler is still struggling here to finish their 4th item, so the death cap could be huge for team fights if Nate of the Jungle is alive for his Needlework combo. The crash down here gonna get turned off, but Spy might be in a bit of danger. The E goes hard, and now Paradox looking for a pick, but we're not able to find it. It's really down to these engaged supports being able to find something. A nice pick here. And yeah, that's the front line just decimated. Olipu here forced to go away defensively. We've got maybe a deadly flourish, but it looks like we're not going to be able to find it. However, we do have the ability to just take the inhibitors. Okay, that's one inhibitor taken though. Okay, and that's gonna be the Infernal Soul given over for free here. Oh, but Tristana able to assassinate Lulu. There's no more attack damage, and the Infernal Soul was stopped. Sunez now going down. This Tristana is popping off. That's a triple kill. And it looks like the game is just over like that. You blink and you miss it. Now Paradox gets a nice charm, and Zect is looking for the Primal Howl, the Death from Beyond, but we have a minion wave coming in. Is it gonna be enough? It's just Siam and Bonobo on defense for 40 plus seconds. We're looking to get on, and Siam just can't defend. He's taking too much damage. And now, Olipu showing that 80 carries that have unlimited bullets are just better. The Jin is going down, and there's nothing that Love Me can do. That's going to be game 1 of the series, ladies and gentlemen. Get a round of applause for Olipu's fantastic performance in the last team fight. Just turned Lolo into a dead bro. And that shit was kind of crazy. Look at that damage, 44,000, 44,000, man, the Rel doing more damage than the Warwick, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Look at this damage, gang. 9,887 from Rel, 9,200 from Warwick. What the Taj Mahal, my brother? How do you do less damage than a Rel, bro? I swear she does negative damage. I swear she does negative damage. Alright, let's get the music back up and running. Let's get the music back up and running. We even got Professor Saxamore. Ba-da. Okay, of course. Ba-ba. All right. Sorry, just to not leak the tournament code. Alright, what we are looking at is the game 1 draft. I'm just waiting for a spectator slot. Thank you, Hydra BD. Hydra Dead by... Is DBD for Dead by Daylight? Is that how I'm supposed to read it? Hydra DBD for the follow. Alright. Draft is up. Oh. Alright, looks like we got the ready check from the draft. I'm just waiting for a spot here in the spectator seating. But DME are on blue side here for game number 2. Yeah, sorry. Watch out. Alright, so I just need the ready check here from Love Me, and then we'll be able to get started. But plus. Alright, here we go. The players are starting to place themselves. We're just waiting on Drayden to join the lobby. Alright, we've got the ready check here from Love Me. It means we should be getting started very soon. Alright. Won't be too long, gang. Won't be too long. I'm starting the draft very shortly, very shortly. Alright. Here we go. Ah, was it not Fearless? Ah, okay, it's soft Fearless. I can't see the option here. I guess it's just disabled in champ select. Or did I not click the spectator link? Give me a second. Oh. My bad. I must have not clicked the right link. Ooh. Jeunesse. or anyone in Jolas's stream, do we have confirmation if it's soft or hard feelers? Looks like we've got similar bans from game number 1. So we changed the Corgi ban for Volibear. Yeah, we changed the Corgi ban for Volibear. Now we are picking up the Corgi because Hyperion are on blue side. So that gives Love Me Lolo access to the Ash. Are we going to see the Braum right away? No, instead Sunez is going to pick up the Orianna blind pick. Still a lot of good picks into the Orianna. The last game, the Syndra was banned away. The Syndra seems to have a good record into Orianna. So there's Ari, but if it's hard fearless, which is what leagues normally do, like regular leagues, what they normally do is, okay, the Zinzao not being hit, only being, oh, never mind, we're going to pivot to the Wukong, so we're really looking to get that team fight prowess in team fights. The Zinzao, though, still would have been a very good option against Ashe and Orianna. Here, Xerath picked to outrange the Orianna in lane and just have an easier time farming. But Nocturne gonna be locked in here to kind of foil the plans of setting up flanks for the Xerath during team fights, because in the darkness you can't really see what's going on, so it's gonna make it harder for Xerath to be able to land his skill shots. But Paradox had a fantastic game number 1 on the Ahri, so we'll see if he's able to replicate the success here in game number 2 on his Xerath. A reminder that Love Me, Hyperion are on a match point. We're banning Set, we're banning Ambessa. So we're getting deeper into the top lane champion pool. The Warwick, the Urgot are gone. The Gwen is technically also gone as a top laner. So is Galio if you count Rumble in the meta. So a lot of things were accidentally killed off here in game number 1. And it looks like we're not even trying to look at engaged supports right now. They're still all left open. The clock is ticking here for Love Me. What are we going to get here? We're going to be banning the Alistar. Okay, so it does look like we are trying to keep some supports away. Banning the Sylas because Sylas... I'm kind of confused why I would get a Sylas ban. Does that hint that we want to... Oh, shit. Okay, well, I mean, Sylas would have been fantastic in the Malphite. It's just a better Malphite at the end of the day. And let's see here. It's not locked in, but it's really good against... Actually, it's not amazing against Wukong or Corki. It's just very good into Xerath, because Xerath, very immobile mage. And if you didn't know, Malphite's ultimate is called the Unstoppable Force. Oh, looks like we're just pivoting to Rakan. I was going to say Unstoppable Force means he's unstoppable while he's ulting. So even if you land a stun on him, you're still going to get stunned, knocked up if it does happen. Okay, but Orianna and Ashe, very immobile carries. And Ashe, not the best at killing tanks. Malphite, more of an armor-based juggernaut. Kind of like how Skarner's an HP-based juggernaut. But that's going to be the top lane locked in here for Hyperion. Let's see what Sigab has in store, because he has the counter pick. And will Nate of the Jungle be able to show some prowess in this matchup? Okay, so let's see. We're going for Corki Yumi? Excuse me? Okay. We're locking in the Mundo. Alright, well. Oh, make sure you get your stretchy stretches out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Ah, big brain, big brain. The players are placing themselves. We're about to start the champion select. Alright.
We got that Casta ready Cheku. We have Love Me ready Cheku. Waiting on Hyperion ready Cheku. Alright. So what are we thinking, chat? What are we thinking about this team comp, these team comps? I feel like Love Me have much more organized team comp this time. It feels more like au natural. The Yuumi caught me off guard, not gonna lie. But mid to late game Yuumi, if this game goes to 40 minutes and the final chapter is fully used, that's a lot of healing. And one look at the Love Me composition, and they kind of have like the one-shot kind of carry style. Like, they have the nice paranoia into shockwave combo, but they don't have any like assassins or any super high bursts. They have like that one momentum. And then it's basically just Ashe and Mundo trying to carry the team fight. While here on the side of Hyperion, there's a lot of true damage, armor shredding. Wukong's gonna have a fantastic time into Nocturne and Mundo. So we'll have to see what Mundo ends up building. Are we gonna see the Heartsteel into Warmogs or the Warmogs into Heartsteel first? Mundo tends to not build any resistances at all early because he kind of doesn't care about his opponent, especially someone like Malphite who clearly doesn't have the damage output to kill the Mundo. Maybe like with just starting items, Mundo can get Malphite can get lucky enough to get a kill, but essentially Mundo is immune to Malphite's ultimate. There are only 3 ways to proc the Mundo ultimate. The Mundo passive on the side of Hyperion. It's the Malphite ultimate, either of the Wukong Cyclones, and the stun, I think it's called Electroplasm or something, from Xerath, the E. So, if Tsigat plays with as much chutzpah and gusto that he had last game, this Mundo could become a really big problem. As always, when we finish a draft, I didn't do it last time. Oops. Let me just get into the league client here so I don't have to dox myself. We're going to throw 1 minute of ad, guys, for you guys, because you guys are the homies. Can always subscribe if you want to avoid the ads, or get that Twitch Turbo for $8. But thank you for watching the ads. If you are watching the ads, it helps the channel out a lot. All right. Give me a second. A reminder to those watching, if you do want to show some love, feel free to just drop by this YouTube channel. We do upload daily content, and whenever we do a cast with Jodas or without Jodas, when I'm not hosting Love You teams, we have the VOD available the next day at 10 a.m. So it's really appreciated. We are trying to push towards 1,000 subscribers. And any support is appreciated. Alright, as we get ready to get into the game, ladies and gentlemen, We're gonna turn the music off. You cannot cheer in your own channel. Okay. Right. Is Twitch telling me I cannot be happy in my own channel? La vie est triste. Let's see. Wait. What about my emotes? All right. You know. All right. We weren't able to get the skin roulette off because the players loaded in so fast, but we'll do our best to try and get it this time. We had a 10 skin brawl last time. Are we going to get another beautiful 10 skin brawl this time? And will we be able to be taken to silver scrapes? Going to switch the interface here real quick as we get ready to get into the game. Don't worry, we're not missing out on anything. It's just a screen transition from not full screen to full screen. All right, here we go. In game 2, skin roulette, we've got ourselves. I'm loving it. We got Old God Malphite, Radiant Wukong, Guardians of the Sand, Zeref, Astronaut Corki, Shiba Yumi, Arcana, Rakan, High Noon Ash, Darkstar, Oriana, Old God Nocturne, and Corpora Mundo. We got 2 barriers, 4 teleports, 2 heals. It's gonna be a battle of the conquerors here in the jungle. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting into the game. Now we see Arcane Comet Malphite. And Arcane Comet Malphite means one thing. Zect is going to have to be really careful. He fell really behind last game versus... am I zoomed out enough for you guys? Do you guys want more zoom or is this enough zoom?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Ooh, Olipu here, forced to take Valkyrie level 1. It reminds me of... Ooh, Zect here, forced to flash. What was that, Jodas? What's that a link to?
Minions have spawned.
A Malphite with no flash is going to feel pretty good here for the side of... going to feel really good here for the side of Mundo. Going to be able to play super aggressively. Alright, looks like we got a red side start versus a chicken start. We've got invasive wards on the blue... on the Golem Sentry and on the Raptors themselves in both respective jungles. The Noble here are going to dodge out the Predator missile. And here Mundo going to be starting with the E. Remember that Olipu started with Valkyrie. So his level 1, when Corki would normally be a really good champion early, his level 1 is pretty bad. Here's Zeref going to be putting the hurt here on Sunez. And once you see the Lost Chapters come in, you're going to start seeing a bit of the deficiency because we're going to get that spam no me. Every time Yumi lands a heal when her passive is off cooldown, she will heal her best friend. And while on her best friend, she gives on-hit healing. So every time you auto-attack, you essentially have a little call that's just healing you. Zek almost out of mana too, really trying to hurt Mundo. But, Olipu here getting some really nice sustain, though, from, there you go. Sorry. Apologies for that. I just wanted to make sure we were zoomed out enough for you guys' viewing experience. Sunez here trying to play through his minions to be able to dodge the Zeref E.
Alipu has to be careful. Ah. If we don't land those little feathers, it makes it a little hard for Bonobo to heal up Lulu. While Yumi only has to hit a spell. Cause she got the zoomies and she got the shieldsies. Okay, Paradox here might be in a bit of danger. Taking some damage, but Sigab, that's gonna be first blood traded. Drayden trading, is that trading buffs? Do you trade buffs when you die? Lolo here might be in a bit of danger here. Force the flash, force the barrier, and Spy using the legendary Yumi tactics of absorbing the turret damage. That's both sums down on Ashe, and she's gonna lose a huge wave. So another good start here to Alipu in this bot lane. Zach also needs to take a recall, but the ghost was invested by Tsigab for Drayden's flash. So Simundo took a turret shot trying to cancel Malphite's recall. It was successful, so Malphite did go put a ward and now gonna look to take a recall. 37 CS each in the mid lane. We're getting close, but we really want to finish this next wave to be able to get that lost chapter by Nate of the Jungle and Drayden here. Ooh, wow, okay, that's the feats of warfare. Drayden with a beautiful cologne slap, and now Paradox here forced the flash away. Drayden might be in a little bit of trouble, but Nocturne doesn't really have any juice in the tank left to finish it off. It's pre-6 Nocturne, so you only really have the Blazing Trail, and it can only do so much. Ashe here with a Rectrix, and Corky with basically a garage sale of items. Bonobo here getting poked out by the little fossils. Phosphorus Bomb doing a decent amount of damage. Mundo here getting some hurt in at level 6. But Zect is Zect with the anti-heal, understanding this matchup pretty well. Oh, that's an infected cleaver. We gotta be careful though. Zect is close to getting a level here. And that's the unstoppable force. And Namundo might be in a little bit of trouble. Ooh, Zect here forced the flash to make sure Mundo doesn't get a kill in exchange, but that's gonna be it. That's a 3-in-1 Wukong. Nate of the Jungle though getting that priority for that dragon, getting the push in, and gonna be starting up those Krugs. So Lost Chapter here versus Blasting Wand. What is Oriana building? Is it gonna be the Rod of Ages build that we normally see from mages? The thing that's been a little bit revolutionized. It looks like Sunez has gotten vision here onto oh, well, that's some good damage. Looks like Nocturne's not gonna be able to stop this Void Grub from being taken. So it's gonna be 1-to-1 in objectives, but the feats of warfare already going by. Paranoia gonna be invested. Paradox doesn't have flash. And now we got the Arcano Pulse. And forcing Nate of the Jungle to flash. That's gonna be enough. That's pretty good. Nocturne loses his flash, plus he loses his ult. And now Sunez might be in a little bit of trouble. But just gonna choose to invade the Raptors. And yeah, this Wukong getting off to a little bit of a lead. 900 gold lead here. Malphite though, kind of struggling to keep up in the CS. As his item build was forced to take a detour with that Bramble, so he doesn't have that Balmy Cinder to be able to clear the waves a little bit more easily without having to use all that mana. And Nocturne is going Stridebreaker first. So Tsigab does have to be a little bit careful. Has access to double Giant's Belt, so it's just really good. But yeah, we'll see. Wukong still hasn't taken a recall, has about 1900 gold in inventory. That's and Sheen is like what? Like 1,000? No, Sheen is 900, right? Is Sheen 1,000 or 900? I forgot. Because we know the Phage is like 1,200. So Olipu here. We got another Pawsile onto Bonobo. And Corgi just kind of chilling. No teleports available yet in the mid lane. Looks like Rod of Ages is indeed the build here for Orianna. Just trying to get a bit of that sustain. And the Yuumi, the Pawsiles and the Pawsiles and the passive are keeping Corgi well fed. Zach gonna take a decent bit of chunk damage here, but gonna charge up his mana flow band with it. And yeah, Ashe kind of struggling in this lane early. Ooh, the shockwave coming in. There's no paranoia, no flash here for Paradox. And that's gonna be Sunez winning the one-on-one, but the paranoia invested. Olipu does have flash. But with the final chapter, do we have enough? No, we don't. We use all 4 summoners. But that was the heal and 3 ultimates. That was a lot invested. You think red team wins this one? Well, I mean, they do have great scaling, and once Mundo gets a Heartsteel, if he could get stacking it up, maybe he can get enough HP to just cut through all this damage that blue team has. But for the time being, things are looking kind of grim, don't you think, Hydra? We now have a Catalyst of the Eons here. Drayden looking to get an invade on the chickens. Gonna get a ward over. And that's gonna be an Arcano Pulse. Sunez here gonna get knocked up, but Bonobo just randomly chilling. Gonna be found out. Looking to maybe make a play to help out Tsigab here in the top lane. But yeah, this level 9 Triforce plus Wukong kind of hurts. Yuumi taking a roam because she knows that Corki can handle himself in the bot lane. And that's going to be a turret shot to try and cancel a recall. And Mundo getting a 3rd Giant's Belt. Okay, Zek might have to invest the ultimate. Does invest the ultimate. So, but that is the Mundo TP down. Okay. We do have Yuumi on the Wukong. That's pretty powerful. We're about to get the final chapter too. And Zach gonna get caught out with an arrow from downtown. And we got the final chapter. Nate of the Jungle gonna get sniped once again. And now Olipu looking to get... Okay, Drayden is taking a lot of damage though. And Tsigab just has too much HP to be able to burn through. We have forced the flash over the wall. Paradox in a bit of danger. Yeah. If you do. Zek here looking for something, but he's kind of behind. Doesn't really have the damage. Gonna be able to flash over the wall. And yeah, that's the Malphite going down again. That's another Arcano Pulse. Oh, sorry, a Rite of the Arcane coming out. And yeah, it looks like Love might be able to start building a little bit of an advantage from here. Tsigab just showing that he had way too much HP. The 4 Giants Belt. Let's see how much HP this Mundo has. Has almost 3,500 HP. Just took almost 3 plates for himself. Rod of Ages now complete. And if we look at the Money No Me, that's a Heartsteel on recall plus more. We get that stacking up, and Tsigab might be immortal this game, to be fair. And we're now 2-2 in objectives. It's gonna come down to who can take this turret first. Because so far, Nocturne, Love Me have done. Yeah, Wukong does do a decent bit of damage, but if he doesn't get a what's it called, a Sundered Sky, he might have trouble getting through all that damage. Looks like the Warmogs was the first item indeed, so gonna be a little stanky when it comes to the Heartsteel early. But apparently Heartsteel first item is no longer that good of an item. According to Norm's Watley on Twitter, you kind of get a 700 gold deficit from building the item because of like the core gold value, and that's gonna be Tsigab taking the first turret. So the next objective takes it. That's a 2-level lead on this Mundo. And the last time we saw Tsigab piloting the Mundo, he was kinda invincible. But if Hyperion did their scouting, that they should already know that this Mundo is god tier for the side of Love Me. Because we've seen it backdoor some games. And now Tsigab is... we get an arrow from downtown, but we have no vision. Getting onto Paradox with the Shockwave combo is going to be enough. That's a shutdown here on Paradox. But Tsigab might be in a bit of danger. And Nada the Jungle is coming to his rescue. And yeah, Mundo just healing way too much. That's the final chapter. And Drayden might be caught out. Gonna die again. And Yumi without her best friend is a little bit useless. Yeah, Hyperion might be trying to force a game number 3. Where most of the good jungles are just taken off the table. And yeah, this Mundo pick doesn't seem that good, and Olipu now in danger. And Lulu with a clutch barrier to come through. The heal gonna be enough to keep Lulu alive. And now we're pushing for that objective. We already took the first turret, so this Rift Herald is gonna decide who gets the feats. Now Nocturne is almost completely caught up. Actually, yeah, no, Nocturne's still about 1,000 gold down. Corgi working towards a 2-item power spike though, but Orianna really starting to get fed. Almost has the Leandries. We're taking the Hex Gates, and we really want this Rift Herald. Here we go. We're starting the objective. Looks like the feats are just going to be given over to Love Me this game. Will it be enough? And so far, they have a 3,000 gold lead. And now Mundo is at 2 items. Malphite doesn't even have 1. Playing through Tsigab seems like it works pretty well. Sunez here with the damage. And that's gonna be enough. Sunez gonna be able to get a damage in. Hello. I don't know what's going on. What? Okay. I don't know why the sound was having a seizure, guys. I do apologize. I was just like cutting in and out. But yeah, Mundo, we have the feats. We have the Swifties. That's a Leandries. That's a 2-item Orianna. She's 4-1. Sunfire finally built on the Mundo. But yeah, things are kind of rough here for the side of DME. But like we said, that mid to late game Yumi is gonna become a problem. Paradox getting sniped though, really big. Sunez trying to make it away, but Noble with the battle dance, and we got the right of the arcane. Is Paradox gonna be able to land some skill shots? But Sigap just says, "Hey, yo, motherfucker, you in the way!" And that's gonna be, we've got a Hextech sold this game. Mundo gonna be taking another turret. That might just be, yeah, that's gonna be the inner turrets. That's 2 more turrets taken for this Mundo, sitting almost 5,000. Yeah, it is pretty tough for the blue side. A lot of pretty bad team fights were taken, but this Mundo is just a big problem. We already know that Mundo is a very annoying tank to deal with if you don't really draft anything that can kill it. And we killed it once early. And then that was it. Now this Mundo might just be invincible. Yeah, almost buying a full Spirit Visage, almost 2 entire items ahead. Wukong, it's nice that he has a Black Cleaver, and his Q does Armor Shred, but Mundo has what, 5,000 HP? Yeah, Mundo has 5,200 HP with 2 items. It's kind of dumb. And also, if you look here, Mundo's Warmog is giving him an extra 300 HP. So that's another like 800 gold value in items that he doesn't have to spend. Alright, we've got Ruinous Otacon because we had enough action this game. Yeah, Corporate Mundo is basically the only skin you ever see in competitive. Okay. And looks like it's gonna be a free Otacon here for the side of Love Meat. Yeah, because you basically need 5 people to try and kill this Mundo. Okay, well, we're going to be able to kill the Mundo, get a nice 750 gold shutdown here onto Wukong, so that's helpful. We're going to get an objective bounty for it. But we do lose the Otacon, and Hextech's whole point is coming up soon. Might even be able to get a turret here on the side of DME, but now they used all their ultimates. A snipe from downtown is coming, but it's not gonna land. We're looking for the play here, though. And Bonobo looking for an angle. But it looks like we're not going to try and force it. Yeah, Oriana's almost chilling on 3 items. I'm not too sure about Riftmaker on Oriana, but she's definitely tanky enough that it's really hard to assassinate her. Yeah, Paradox just using his ult to clear out the wave. As soon as you're about to clear out the outer ring of turrets, then there's only going to be the bot inner left. Lulo here already clearing that wave. Looking to get the push in. Paradox is alone. We're going to throw the Paranoia. And that's the snipe from the Ash arrow. And that's Sigav just running at people under turrets. Olipu gonna be in danger, and yeah, I mean, to be fair, that could just be the end of the game if they keep pushing. They have 3 grubs, but it's at least gonna be the inhibitor taken here for the side. It's gonna be the oh nope, not even. Okay, so we're gonna take the inhibitor turret. So we've cracked open the base. We're looking to get some recalls in. That's I think that's Infinity Edge on its way here for the side of Lolo. We got Dragon spawning in 30 seconds. Mundo now almost on 4 items. It's kind of crazy if you ask me. Oh, but it's gonna be the Bloodthirster here for Ash, so not really looking to do much damage, just looking to try and be able to survive, get that annoying auto attack slow so that Mundo and Oriana can get all the work in. It's gonna be Hextech Soul Point here taken in just a second. Oriana also pretty tanky. Okay, essentially the Zeref Ultimate did 100 damage to Bonobo. That's kind of crazy. The shields, the healing, it's just too much. DME Hyperion didn't really draft enough damage to be able to get rid of this Mundo. Beautiful 5th pick here by Tsigab. He's just kind of chilling. Doesn't even have to care about what happens this game. We're gonna spot out DME with the hawk shot, and yeah, Zach might be in a little bit of danger, but I mean, I think this Oriana's got enough HP and damage to be able to kill. Now we got the paranoia. Yeah, don't even have to invest the shockwave. Just it's enough to just kill by just walking him down. Nocturne does a little bit of damage, but I mean, Oriana's basically unkillable at this point. We're getting desperate now. We're forcing a team fight. Native of the Jungle is going to be taken super low. Oh, and the shockwave is going to miss. We got the teleport here from Tsigab, and now Tsigab just looking to run Alifu down. And that's going to be enough. Drayden might be in danger. And we don't have enough damage to finish off the game. And yeah, that's just the end of the game. Yeah. All right. So it's Zach versus the world. But still, we don't have enough gas in the tank to end the game. We're gonna get that middle inhib opened up. But we're just gonna take... I'm just gonna walk out of the base, chilling. Talking on his phone, going like, yeah, meeting Monday. Hey, yo, we firing another round of engineers at Google. Alright, bet. So I got a pay raise, by the way. I have like fired like 200 people this year. Okay, cool. Alright, bye. Don't know what Nocturne is building, but I mean, at this point, I guess it doesn't really matter. We now have another haunting, guys, that we can't officially use, but hey, it's just more damage at this point. Yeah, might need Baron to end the game. But if they go after Tsigab, he doesn't have Ghost, but he's a level 16 Mundo with 3.5 items. If you go after Mundo, you lose the Baron, and then they TP Oriana to Mundo, and the game just ends. But if you leave Mundo alone, he kind of just ends the game by himself. Paradox here forced to teleport into the bot lane. And yeah, that's just a team fight. We're just going to win the team fight, and Mundo's just going to be ending the game because it doesn't matter. Malphite has teleported in, and we're trying to get something done, but Drayden already knows that it's kind of over. Hey, Melee, what's up? Here to watch DME have some fun? Tsigab kind of running people down. And yeah, okay, this turbo tank Oriana build, I was wrong to call it no damage, but hey, it's just funny how little damage you take when you can't die. That's gonna be game number 2 in the books, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means. We got ourselves our silver mother scrapers. Tying up the series. Tsiab with an MVP performance on his Mundo. Did the most damage in the game. Gave no fucks and just killed people. The smiley face of justice. Let's get the music going back up and running. I don't think so. Was there a problem with the spectator? I don't recall there being one. Alright. Can we get some fire emojis in the chat? It's time for Silver Scraps, ladies and gentlemen. Da-na-na, 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 da-na-na. We're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Love me are showing the love tonight. Get those heart emojis in the chat, rocking, baby. Alright, thank you for joining me in the Silver Script celebration. We do that every time we hit a game 3 or a game 5. A game 3 and a best of 3, game 5 and a best of 5. But now we gotta turn off the copyrighted League of Legends music because Lord knows I don't want to be editing this VOD till like tomorrow. Alright. Hehehe. Ba-ba-da. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, this Pokemon song is too slow. Something hype. No. I said hype. Nope. 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 God damn it. I can never get something hype when I want to get something hype. Yo, we got that Silver Scrapes. Oops. Sorry. Gonna go back to the draft cam while we get things set up, so we're not leaking the tourney code. All right, let's say looks like we are ready to get into game number 3. A lot of champions banned out. We got 20 champions banned out in this game number 3. Looks like we're gonna keep the bans consistent so far. Keep the one tricks off their best champions. Spy, the Pike one trick. I'm gonna keep Paradox off his Talia, and we're gonna be banning Sunez's Azir, and we're taking away always the Ezreal and the Varus from the side of Lolo. Alright, the Zinzao here locked in. Was banned game 1 in second rotation, but it being left up because there's too many things to ban. A lot of mid lane mages this time taken off the table. No Ari, no Orianna, no Galio, no Xerath. Total of 7 hits so far in the mid lane. Technically 8 if you count Tristana, but Tristana was played AD carry. Okay, we're gonna... wow, Skarner made it to game 3. That's crazy. But to be fair, with the Skarner nerfs, some people are saying that he's no longer one of the kings of the jungle. So, there's only so much you can do when it gets to that point. Oh, we locked in Misfortune here. Okay, I mean, Zinzao's very good in the Misfortune. The Crescent Guard could be used to block basically the entire ultimate, and Braum is still something that's available. Plus, we've seen a lot of engaged champions being played here by the blue team so far. So maybe this is a Braum something angle. As the best Braum pairing is gone, but there's still like the Lucian and stuff. We're gonna pick up the Kog'Maw. Is that signaling that we're getting... Oh, Kog'Maw Braum's really good, but Kog'Maw Lulu also pretty damn nasty. A polymorph on the Skarner when he goes in, able to just run the MF down with the advanced range and the increased attack speed. Yeah, Kog'Maw looking like a good pick for this draft. Skarner normally builds 2 HP items before he starts building resistances. So, there's no Mundo this time. So what's left in the top lane? There's been a lot of top lane hits. So we'll have to see if one makes it out. It looks like Mordekaiser are going to be the first top laner locked in here for Hyperion, making sure they get something good that can probably just isolate the Kog'Maw. Because normally when you draft the Kog'Maw composition, you try and play the protect the Kog'Maw composition. And that is pretty strong des. Bard? Okay, so it looks like it's not Mordekaiser, it's Bard. Okay, so Hyperion's top laner is still unknown, but it's gonna be Ashe. It's gonna be MF Bard versus Kog'Maw Lulu in the bot lane. We're gonna ban out more things here from Paradox, here from Love Me, and we're banning out top laners. What else is gonna get hit? It's a lot of champions. Okay, so we're banning out Seth and Kemi here from Zeus. Sorry, not Zeus. Tsigab. I casted Zeus yesterday. Okay, the Sylar is going to be a consistent ban here in round 2. That's a total of 5. That's a total of 9. That's a total of 10 mid laners taken off the table here. And we're just going to pick the Garen. Is this the blind pick for top lane? Because this could be a mid lane Garen angle, but I think it might just be a top lane Garen angle if I'm honest. Okay, what is Love Me rounding off the roster with? Looks like we've got Swain here for Sunez. Because I don't think you want to go... Do you want to go Swain into Garen? And, is Swain a good blind mid? I mean, to be fair, there's not that many good blind mids left. There's 10 bans in the mid lane. It's good versus short range characters. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be the Cho'Gath considered here for Tiab in the top lane. His Mundo was unstoppable. However, Cho'Gath, not as OP as Mundo, doesn't have the CC immunity, and has a little bit of a rougher early game laning phase than Mundo has, because needs to kill minions to be able to heal up that mana and stuff. So we'll have to see what build Tigab is thinking about going. We might see his style like Roa Heartsteel, and that's something that's been popping up here in Chinese solo queue. And the Viger is going to be the lock-in here for Paradox. Okay, that's an interesting composition. Reminder: after drought. Oops, sorry. I keep forgetting to do it myself. We're gonna go just this quickly. Yeah, I'm just gonna throw a minute of ads, yeet them your guys' way, and then we're gonna go back here once we get into the game. Don't worry, we'll be back with the champion select. So looking at the draft, I think if the game goes late enough, I think Kog'Maw Cho'Gath are just too strong. But I mean, Bard, Garen, Viger, there's a lot of good scaling here on both sides, so it's hard to see. It really just depends how good Bonobo's gonna be at protecting this Kog'Maw. There you go. Just throw my ready check in so we can get into champion select. Oh, I forgot to buy my battle staves and her boxes in old school. Fuck. I guess when you take a break, you take a break. It could break your heart. Here we go. We're now back. Doo-doo-doo. Do we want to get a prediction going for game 3? Would you guys like that? get the music off as we get ready to go. I still got about half a water bottle. Things are looking good. This is the last game of the series. Oh, shit. Welcome, welcome, Raiders. Welcome. All right, about to get into all right. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting into the draft. Game 3, we got a skin roulette. What do we got? It's a fast one, so we gotta go. Darkstar, Cho'Gath, Dragon Slayer, Zinzal, Tyrant, Swain, Victorious, Cargo, Cosmic Enchantress, Lulu, Bard, Bloom, Pool Party, Misfortune, Leprechaun, Viger, and Steel, Legion, Garen. Unfortunately, Drayden does not have a skin, ruining the 10 skin show we had. No. And we're rocking 4 teleports once again, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. Sorry. My dumb ass clicked the wrong overlay. We're not showing the game? Okay, there we go. We got ourselves 4 teleports. First strike this time here for Paradox. PTA versus Lethal Temple. We got Cleanse versus Barrier. Finally, a summoner spell change in the bot lane. And Ignite versus Heal. The Eternal Rivalry. Phase Rush on Garen, so he's going to be moving really fast.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
All right, Paradox, that's a gold lead. That's a 12 gold lead here for Hyperion. It's huge. Insane. That's 1/5 of a health pot, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy.
Minions has spawned.
All right, we're gonna get a defensive Warden. Oh, Paradox not getting the correct timing here for his first strike. Barely getting it, but getting that extra AP. Zektir looking to get some slap of no me's. And here we go. Are we zoomed out good enough for you guys? Alright, Paradox just going to be aura farming that money. That's 24 gold for him. Spy going to miss the first Cosmic Binding. Reminder, when you see Kog'Maw's eyes glow, that's when his W is active. And that's big because it gives him bonus range, missing health damage, and Kog'Maw kind of struggling to get some CS early on. That's going to be Spy getting the level 2 first because his Bard and he picked up a Chime. But Nobo going to be chunked to about 50%, forced to take the consumable here. And here we go. Let's see what build Sunez is going to opt for. We've seen a lot of like tanky style builds. But Nobo just getting slapped across the face. But Spy here getting taken pretty low. There's a ward in the bush. So that's going to be first blood. Not level 3, so we don't have access to the liquid ooze. And Sigab getting a lot of damage in. Zach getting a lot of damage here on Sigab. Reminder, every time Cho'Gath kills an enemy, not just a minion, heals up quite a bit. Sigab gonna have to be careful. Because Garen, one of those broken champions that just gets to do whatever he kind of wants to do. Okay, Bonobo here forced the flash, but we get a nice win. Becomes lightning. The audacious charge on the Spy, and now we're getting on to Olipoo. Really looking to secure some kills. And now that's a 2-for-1 here, and now Spy might be going down as well. Drayden wasn't able to get something going. And that's going to be the Feats of Warfare claimed, but I don't think we want to dive Drayden. Diving a Skarner. Yeah, if you sub, you can avoid ads. But I always run ads before the game just so that way there's no ads during the game. If I run 3 minutes of ads, it's like an hour and 3 minutes of gameplay that's uninterrupted. Normally do that, but haven't been doing that lately. Zach gonna get his recall interrupted. And Sigab having already teleported back to lane. Looks like we're not going a Roa build. We're just getting, I don't really know what we're building. Probably just a Sunfire Gate. Looks like we could be going Heartsteel first. Oh, the flash over the wall, but the Q ran out. So we weren't able to get the kill here on Native the Jungle, and that's the flash invested on the Garen here. That's pretty big. Is Paradox going to be cashing out another 10 gold? We're looking to get a Cosmic Binding. Spy not really enjoying all that damage he's taking, but he's doing a lot. Yeah, MF into Kog'Maw does not feel that great. Because once Kog'Maw starts attacking, bro, he doesn't have to stop to switch targets and stuff. He could just AFK the same target pretty much the entire game. Oh, that's going to be the first strike turned off. The Demonic Ascension here. And Paradox maybe forced a flash. Actually, unless a Never Move lands, I don't think Sunez has a kill angle. And nope, it's just going to be the legendary Korean strategy, the walk away angle. Okay, Zect is level 5, so has to be a little bit careful because... oh yeah. Felt like he teleported late. But Cho'Gath still has access to the Nom Nom skis. Chomp Chomp skis. And we're not gonna use it just yet. Saving it for maybe a more important moment. Alright, now would be a good time to Nom Nom skis. And because it's an epic monster, technically get a bonus stack out of it. Sunez is gonna be stunned up into the wall. Oh, The Cosmic Binding not going to be able to find its mark. And Zek looking to run interference, but not going to be able to do so. Forcing the flash here in the mid lane. Sunez a little bit scared about the Primordial Evil. Or the Primordial Burst. Drayden going to get found out by Bonobo. And now forced to use the Ishtal Impact to be able to get away. Did successfully take a camp away from Xin Zhao though, but had Xin Zhao just taking the objective for free. Spy, unfortunately, not going to be landing that hit. So it takes a little bit of damage from Bonobo. Okay, looks like the recall channel completed here for Misfortune. Let's see what she's going to end up buying. Has 1,300 gold. That's exactly enough for her BF sword. So it looks like we're going to go BT first. And Zek looking to get on Sigab, but not going to be able to close the gap. And that's going to be the Vision of the Empire. Just giving a free stack here over to Sunez, giving him some permanent HP. And Nato the Jungle with priority on the second objective is going to take it. We already have the feats. The feats of strength taken here for the side. The feats of warfare taken here for the side of love me. Now we're just missing one objective. Garen might be able to get a plate here as Cho'Gath is walking back. Interesting build, probably looking to get Deadmans and stuff. So we'll have to see. Okay, Sunez here going in, trying to find Paradox. Paradox doesn't have flash. The lack of use of Demonic Ascension was probably resulted in the 1-for-1. But Sigab here now in a bit of danger. Still has access to flash, doesn't have access to the Nom Nom. And that's just gonna be a we're gonna be sending Sigab to the Shadow Realm with that. But apparently that's not magic. Garen doesn't use magic, guys. He just willed the sword into existence. Okay. Yeah, we got the Rod of Ages here for Swain. We're also getting that on the Vigar. Gonna get an interrupt on the recall, though the shield from Lulu is gonna stop the interrupt on Kog'Maw. But Kog'Maw gonna stick around with his Lulu. Lulu's deciding not to stick around though. And that's gonna be 3 solo plays for Sigab. Did die, but I mean it's like Garen, so who really cares? Sunez might be in a little bit of trouble. The Cosmic Binding onto the wall. Then we get the Primordial Burst. And, we get the Cosmic Trespass. And then Paradox gonna be able to get another kill here onto Sunez. Now Bonobo in a bit of trouble, gets smacked into the wall from the Ishtal Impact. But Nato the Jungle looking to get a kill here on Drayden, and that's going to be a killing spree for the Xin Zhao with the Audacious Charge. And that's a double kill. Now Alipu looking to win the 1v1, but doesn't have barriers, so when the MF barriers, has to be a little bit careful. Alright, Cho'Gath not really caring about the Garen anymore, just gonna decide to proxy. And That's gonna be Garen. I'm gonna be doing the... Sorry, that's gonna be Cho'Gath using up the Chomsky, Nom Nomsky once again. Wonder what Cho'Gath is looking to build. Has about 1,000 gold in inventory. As soon as kind of happy with his Rod of Ages. Let's see where else it takes him. We got the Shirelias now here for Lulu. Heartsteel finished. Rod of Ages finished for Viger. Bloodthirster finished for MF. And Sunez might be in a little bit of trouble again. Just taking a pound town. And that's just gonna be Paradox again, getting another kill. This Viger is getting pretty big. But Kog'Maw does have some DPS. Has to be careful though. The Blade of the Ruined King is the first of the Trinity. Once Kog'Maw gets 2 more items, the Trinity will be complete. Alright. We now have a fight here for... Oh, looks like Tigab really wants another stack. And that's going to be the third Nom Nom stack. The Cho'Gath is really starting to get accelerated in terms of stacks. Has 3 epic monster feasts. So that's 5. Yeah, 2 epic monsters and a dragon. So now it can go up to 9 stacks as his basic max. Okay, but Noble here might be in a bit of trouble. The Ignite coming out here from Spy, and we're looking for more. Getting the Cosmic Trespass, and another stun against the wall. The flash over the wall, Zek is like, ah ha 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 ha. And that is though the Feats of Strength finished here for the side. It is the Feats of Strength here for the side of Love Me here in game number 3. And don't know how impactful it'll be, but those MR boosts might be a lot here. Lolo going a little crazy, I think, with that play, just to clear the wave. I don't think at this point in the game that Garen does anything to this Cho'Gath. And yeah, that's gonna be a turret taken by Tigab in a second. The second he gets to the Sunez still working on getting a second item. But it looks like it might be the Seraphs here for Viger. Yeah, and Tigab just gonna get sent to the Shadow Realm once again, but he's got a lot of money. And yeah, things are looking good here for the side of Love Me. This Cho'Gath already has like 1 billion stacks. They've given him as many objective stacks as they can. But Alipu is gonna get a turret in exchange though. Is farming a little bit better than Lolo is. And Sunez has transitioned to the bot lane to deal with Garen duty. While Cho'Gath just gonna be AFK pushing the top lane. But one thing that Hyperion have to be careful with is with Cho'Gath around, you essentially have a second smite. The Demonic Ascension here, we're gonna find it onto Zect, and that's the never move. And even though we try and do some damage, Lulu here just trying to wave clear against Paradox. The Paradox has clearly enough AP to get stuff done. Seraph's almost built here. Nice glitter lance, trying to stop. My spy's got the on-hit slow. We're throwing the ult out. But Tsigab is just AFK split pushing. And we're just losing turrets for free at this point. Oh, unfortunately, Spy gonna be taking a really big shutdown here on the Bard. But Gav here looking to get in. We're gonna get some damage in. But that's the ult invested by Lulu. And okay, we are getting some good damage onto Olipu, but it doesn't result in anything. We did burn the Lulu ult, the Lulu heal, but that's some extra stacks here for Sunez, and we're trying, we're really trying to get stuff done. So I'm gonna teleport bot lane now, building, I don't know, a Spirit Visage? Just kind of has the Bomby Cinder just for fun, I guess. I don't know. Or are we going Hollow Radiance? Because that's something that's doable. That's gonna be Bonobo almost one-shotted from full HP, and Sunez now building his Leandries. I think if we look at the money no me, we got enough to get the Seraphs. That is gonna be the Seraphs built. But that's going to be Cloud Soul Point. We've got the teleport channeling here. Skarner does have the ability to turn off the smite from Xin Zhao. And so does Bard. Get a nice pick onto 2. Sunez gets caught with Nate of the Jungle. If there's no smite, then it's Cho'Gath versus the world. The Demonic Ascension is going to come in. And Tsigab is going to be able to just eat people. But there's not enough damage left to deal with this Cho'Gath. He's a monster, just like he was in game number 2. Tsigab is just carrying his team from the gutter. And Paradox, unfortunately, doesn't really do damage to Tsigab because he doesn't have any pen. So we are getting the teleport from Zek, though. He does have the anti-heal to try and maybe be helpful. Cho'Gath, it almost does have his ultimate off cooldown, and Xin Zhao is running from the base. It looks like we're gonna call off the dragon fight. And Lolo is trying to get some stuff done. 6 scrubs though. Feels pretty rough to play against 6 scrubs. Not many good turret takers on the side of Love Me. But ooh, we have a Ruinous Otacon as well. Okay, that's just pretty good. Unending Despair here for Skarner. And we're looking to stop the dragon stacking, get a bit of that slow resistance. And that's going to be the Hollow Radiance finished here for the side. That's a Hollow Radiance finish here for Cho'Gath. Now we're probably working towards, I don't know, maybe a Warmoth? A Heartsteel? Who really knows? Okay, force the flash. Lulu gets away from the ultimate, but Skarner really interested in finding this Lulu. Now Zagd is gonna get taken down. Tsigab is gonna be taken low. And Crescent Guard is gonna keep them alive for a while. Cosmic Binding is not gonna find the stun on the Cho'Gath, so we're gonna be able to get away. And so far things look good. Sunez might be in a bit of danger, gets the Cosmic Binding, and Paradox is just going to be able to assassinate Sunez. Nate of the Jungle gets smacked into the wall, and that's going to be a killing blow here. But the baby cage going to be enough to... Oh, is it enough to save Paradox? We got a lot of slows coming down, and yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to finish off this very low HP MF. But Paradox so far putting in the work. About has another 2,600 gold. I think that's a death cap if I've ever seen one. That's like 2 large rods right away, right? That's 2,600 gold. MF now has the IE. Kog'Maw getting close to finishing the second part of the Trinity, which is the Runan's Hurricane. And once he has that, once he has the Runans, the Blade of the Rune King, and that's Tsigav teleporting into the mid lane, into the bot lane to save that turret. Let's see here. Tsigav here has 10 stacks. So he's eating 1 champion, 3 epic monsters. So is that sitting at 5,000 HP. Nate of the Jungle here, just looking to take the blue buff, but we're trying to get on this Cho'Gath because we know there's no flash. Forced to use the Garen ultimate here. That might be Herald. The Nate of the Jungle is just moving towards the mid lane. Paradox here, almost in danger, forced to flash away. Well, we're not going to be taking the Otacon. Instead, we're going to be getting Sunez in a bit of trouble. And yeah, that's this Viger. Paradox does a lot of damage. But this Cho'Gath working towards this Heartsteel, just becoming a really, really big threat. Heartsteel, Warmogs. Could see it being a big thing. Ooh, forcing the flash here from Nate of the Jungle. That's gonna be 2 turrets destroyed though by Zect. And Paradox is just gonna get run down by Kog'Maw. Yeah, the Blade of the Rune King speed up allows him to get through the corner of the baby cage before it procs. And when it becomes lightning, he's gonna miss. And that's 2 Deadman plates already built. Looks like Zinzal looking to get that that Titanic Hydra here. Death cap already finished for Viger is huge. We'll have to see how much AP Paradox has, because he's been landing a decent amount of skill shots. We got 930 gold here on Tsigav. I don't think it's enough for what he wants. That's a blue buff for whoever's gonna take it, I think. Oh, okay. Well, Spy is gonna take it. I don't think it would have lasted enough for Paradox to be able to come grab it. Tsigav doesn't really take much damage anymore. Has 5,000 plus health. And it's kind of just chilling. Nice, never move is gonna grab up. The wind becomes lightning. The smite forced out here on the crab. As we are looking to push this mid lane. We do not have Herald yet. It is just gonna time out. And then now we do have Baron. Drayden forced to smite, but that's a 2-man show. Sunez picked off again. And now Spy forced to take the magical journey. Zect is in the middle of the crowd, but he's just gonna get Chomchomski Nom Nomskied. That's another stack for Tsigav. He's getting huge at this point. And that's gonna be Cloud's sole point. And unfortunately, Cho'Gath does not have enough magic resist to get the stuff done. Drayden here. Oof, Lulu taking really low. Nate of the Jungle. Also, the Otacon aggro is gonna be enough. And Paradox is just cleaning up the crew. They're getting as many stacks as he needs. And Spy able to live by the skin of his teeth. That is a Warmogs for the Cho'Gath. Doesn't really help him in team fights in terms of getting a little bit more damage. Increases the smite damage a little bit. It looks like instead of going Jinsu's, we went Terminus. So prioritizing survivability over damage, pretty important here. But that's gonna be a second Cloud Dragon taken away. And Paradox here. Let's look at how much AP Paradox has, because he's got another 2,000 gold and he's got 1,000 AP. when he recalls. Oh, it looks like we're also just trying to take while the Cho'Gath is... the Cho'Gath is near the objective, though, and has Chomchomsky, Nom Nomsky. Nate of the jungle, though, gonna get assassinated. We do have to be careful. Paradox is almost out of mana, and Cho'Gath is a smiter. And that's gonna be the Ruinous Otacon taken here. We almost have the MF ult off cooldown. Okay, we're gonna lose some flowers, but that's the Otacon taken, so 25% bonus epic other epic monster rewards. Yeah, we're pretty happy about that. Paradox nearing a he's nearing a Shadow Flame. That's, yeah, Paradox doing a lot of damage with these W's, almost instantly clearing the wave if it hits the backline. His Vigar is pretty scary, but the Cho'Gath is pretty big. One more level and he'll be at max HP from his feast. Is at 11 stacks, so 6,000-ish HP. When he levels up, I think he gets an extra 60 HP per stack. It's like 60, 120, 180. And now that's Baron started up. So yeah, I'm looking to run interference, but the rest of his team is nowhere near. However, this Baron take is kind of slow. Well, looking to get on. The Spy got a magical journey through. And that's a nice MF ultimate. But the Wombo combo from the side of Love Me is just better at this point of the game. And the MF taking so much Baron damage. The AoE from Sunez is gonna be enough, and now Zek gets caught out here. And yeah, not able to ult. Paradox is alive. Is about like 200 gold off his next item. That's a decent amount of damage to Tsiga, but his frontline doesn't really exist. It's a Bard and a Skarner, so he has to be given time to land some combos. Has the possibility of one-shotting. Does have the possibility to one-shot the Kog'Maw and almost one-shot Sunez or Nate of the Jungle. But his frontline has to last more than 2 seconds. And Garen being like a tank champ and not a tank champion makes it really hard for the frontline to be established here. And yeah, it's just building a force of nature now, not really caring. Just kind of getting up there in terms of movement speed. Just needs enough movement speed to get in, Q someone. And let's check out how much his ult does. His ult right now does almost 1,200 true damage to champions, and it's a 1,700 point smite. That's a better smite than either Drayden or either Drayden or Nate of the Jungle can do, even with the 3 Talon strike combo and the third Rock. But see, Spy might just be dead here. If he gets knocked up, looks like the chase is gonna be given up. Paradox is taking a lot of damage. This Cho'Gath showing that... this Kog'Maw showing that if he gets his eyes on you, you're kind of just dead. And that's gonna be another turret taken. Spy looking to get in here on Nate of the Jungle, but gonna get found out. Alright, and Lolo with Sunez. We're getting in on Paradox. And there's just nothing they can do. Zek might be able to do something. But we're trading our jungle for... We traded Nate for our top, our mid, and our support. And with no bullet time, so no wave clear. Plus we have 6 grubs and a demolish proc. I don't think we're gonna be able to hold the fort down here, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go. Getting ready to end the game. Love me, after losing game 1 decisively, making a pretty big comeback. The Nexus isn't gonna last, and that's gonna be a 2-1 win here for Love Me versus. That's gonna be a 2-1 win for Love Me over. DME Hyperion. A close best of 3. Quality front to back games. Games 2, games 3. By far the closest. And game one, it was just an unfortunate catch out, but the reverse sweep by Love Me to win the series 2-1. Congratulations to them as they end week 1 1-0 in the IDM league. All right, as always, I think that's the last stream of the week, unless we get something Saturday or Sunday, unless there's like more games and stuff. But a reminder to check out the Fallen Sanctum YouTube channel if you want to see the VOD tomorrow. If you want to watch like the whole VOD, if you didn't get to watch the entire stream, it always helps to subscribe. Also, always helps if you get a chance to. But we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Jolas. Thank you, Sunez, for the collab stream. As always a pleasure. And we'll see you guys next time.